say, es läuft gerade richtig gut für Benedict Cumberbatch. Er war dieses Jahr nominiert als bester Hauptdarsteller bei den Oscars und er spielt in 3 der 6 erfolgreichsten Filme aller Zeiten mit. Jetzt kommt vielleicht noch einer dazu, nämlich Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Ich habe mit ihm darüber gesprochen. Wir sprechen auch darüber, ob Erfolg glücklich macht im Leben und wie er diese legendäre Oscar-Nacht erlebt hat, als Will Smith eine Ohrfeige an Chris Rock verteilt hat. Hier kommt das Interview mit Benedict Cumberbatch. It's so nice to meet you again, Emmanuel from Munich, Radio Charivari. It's been quite a journey with Stephen Strange over the last years that you had that. When you remember the time when you signed on it and you didn't know what you're getting into, and now with that kind of storytelling in your backpack, how does it feel to be here?
It's pretty epic. I mean, you know, he's at the forefront of this new phase. He really is the kind of gateway character to the multiverse, and that feels fun and exciting. But still, for me, at the forefront, the most important thing, and you know, there's some of this in this film, but maybe there needs to be more of character development. You know, that's what I've really enjoyed playing up until now, is this guy who we saw trapped in a gilded cage of his own making, a brilliant but arrogant neurosurgeon, obsessive about his ability through his ego to be able to control life at the end of his scalpel, has sort of bled into, via a massive origin story, into his arrogance and proficiency in near omnipotence as a sorcerer. And then we see this stumbling of certitude resulting in a massive mistake in a way, in Spider-Man No Way Home, and then the ongoing events of this film, bringing all of that home to roost. And so, yeah, it's fantastic to think, well, this is my 7th time playing him, and we've come so far in so little time. It's very exciting to be him. Very exciting to be Doctor Strange.
Now, the power of the dog, No Way Home. Now, this one, it feels like the last 6 months have been the greatest ones of your career, or at least the biggest success of your career. And I wonder, you're in a unique position to tell people, is it true? Does great success make you happier? Does it change your life? How did you experience that crazy journey?
That's a very good question. The brief answer, of course, is no. You know, happiness comes from not sort of chasing some ephemeral goal that's fleeting. You know, what I'm arcing for, I guess, in my career is, and everyone said, you know, coming up to this autumn, it's such a moment for you. You've got all these films. There was The Electrical Life of Louis Wayne and The Courier, and then before that, Mauritanian, and you know, 2 epic films in Spider-Man and this one, and then Power of the Dog. A lot of it came together because of COVID, because of the pandemic, because of release dates being sort of shifted around. And yet it's a continuum of what I hope will continue. Not really necessarily about success, although I'm very, very grateful for that, obviously. It's really about having an engaging professional life and that facilitating a private home life. And that's kind of where I'm at. And I'm very happy with both. Does it bring ultimate content to have a great box office hit? No, it's a fantastic moment, and it's not to be dismissed lightly. It's an achievement. But yeah, if you start hanging your personality on that and thinking that's what it's all about, then yeah, you come unstuck very quickly. But I think this has all come to me so late in life. It's very easy for me to say these things and really mean them. You know, I'm about building a career that's about longevity, really, rather than a moment that I'm aiming for.
Talking about the career, I mean, it's a weeks away past then since you were nominated for the Oscar. How do you experience that crazy night when you look back on it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, they're heightened enough moments as it is. Without that incident, it was a very strange, no pun intended, sort of ugly moment, really, and a shame. But I think enough ink has been spilt and enough people have spoken about it. But yeah, it was very, very odd to be in that room witnessing that. But it didn't overshadow the great dance-off we had around Jane Campion's Oscar, and to see her joy, her unmitigated joy at her success, which is, you know, basically the culmination of a career that spans decades of extraordinary, exquisite work, and to be at the forefront of her latest adventure with Jesse and Cody and Kirsten, and being able to sort of celebrate with all of them in the same room, that was a joy, because not much of that's happened due to scheduling, but also COVID. So We had a great time. I said we'd be a force on the dance floor, and we were. We kind of got it going at the governor's ball, and then afterwards at a Netflix party, and yeah, we had a good night.
Last question, because I'm still thinking about your answer about the happiness theme. I wonder if being an actor maybe is a great answer to the question of being happy, because it's not once I'm happy, I'm always it. It's always a repeating process, always getting in different roles, always getting to know yourself better. Can you tell me something about that one?
Well, you're constantly playing characters that are in flux. So they move between fortune and misfortune. They have adversity. They have, wonderful moments of optimism and hope and reward. And you get to exercise cathartically an awful lot of these kind of extremes. And I guess then you sort of step away from that and recalibrate your life, but more in the vein of trying to create a stability where both things exist. There's negative and positive in everyone's life, no matter what scale of success or not they're having. So it's about how you react to those things, to be sort of, armchair self-help about it. You can't control the event, but you can control your reaction to the event. So that's really where I'm at.
Thank you very, very much for this beautiful conversation.
See
you next time. Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.
95.5 Charivari, Münchens Hitradio.